This video is about waking up. Not the kind of waking up where you open your eyes in the morning, but the kind where you finally become aware of how you've been living your life and how much time you may have been silently losing. Because the reality is, most people are not lazy. They're distracted. They're stuck in patterns they don't question. They're comfortable in routines that feel safe, but lead nowhere. Days become weeks, weeks become months, and before they realize it, another year is gone, with nothing meaningful to show for it. This video is about breaking that cycle. It's about understanding why you procrastinate, why you delay important decisions, and why you keep telling yourself, "I'll do it later," even when you know deep down that later rarely comes. We're going to uncover the hidden habits and mental traps that keep you stuck in the same place while life keeps moving forward. But more importantly, this video is about change. Real change. The kind that doesn't rely on temporary motivation or hype, but on discipline, awareness, and control. You'll learn how to shift your mindset from passive to active, from waiting to acting, from hoping things will improve to actually making them improve. We're going to explore what it truly means to take responsibility for your life, not in a motivational quote kind of way, but in a practical, everyday sense. How you use your time, how you respond to discomfort, how you make decisions when no one is watching. This is where the Stoic mindset comes in, a mindset built on self-control, resilience, and clarity. A mindset that teaches you to focus only on what you can control and to let go of everything else. A mindset that removes excuses and replaces them with action. In this video, you'll discover how to take full ownership of your time and stop letting it slip away unnoticed. Build discipline even when you don't feel motivated. Eliminate distractions that are quietly draining your potential. Develop mental toughness so you can act despite fear, doubt, or discomfort. Create a clear direction for your life instead of drifting without purpose. Because the truth is simple. Your future is not decided by luck or chance. It's decided by what you choose to do consistently, starting today. This video is for anyone who feels like they're capable of more, but hasn't fully stepped into it yet. It's for those who are tired of repeating the same year over and over again, just with a different date. And it's for those who are ready to stop watching time pass and start using it with intention. Before we dive deeper, if you're serious about improving your mindset and becoming more disciplined, make sure you subscribe to Stoic Men Tribe. This channel is dedicated to helping you build strength, mentally, emotionally, and in every area of your life. Hit the like button if this message already resonates with you. Drop a comment below and tell me, what is one thing you know you need to change starting today? And share this video with someone who might be stuck in the same cycle, because sometimes all it takes is one message to spark real change. And don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss content that can push you forward. Now, take a moment, clear your mind, because what you're about to hear could change the way you see your time, your habits, and your entire life. Let's begin. There is a moment in every person's life that quietly determines their future. It doesn't come with an announcement. It doesn't feel dramatic. There are no alarms, no warnings, no perfect conditions. It's simply a small window of time, a moment where you either act or you hesitate. And what you do in that moment matters more than you think. Most people believe success is built on big decisions, life-changing opportunities, or sudden bursts of motivation. But the truth is far simpler and far more uncomfortable. Your life is shaped by how you respond in the exact moment action is required. Not later. Not when you feel ready, but when it's needed. The problem is, most people miss that moment. They overthink, They delay. They wait for clarity, confidence, or the right mood. And while they're waiting, the moment passes. Opportunities don't wait for you to feel prepared. Time doesn't pause so you can gather motivation. Life keeps moving forward, and every time you hesitate when you should act, you create distance between where you are and where you could be. This is how people lose years of their lives, not because they didn't have goals, not because they lacked potential, but because they failed to move when it mattered most. Think about it. How many times have you known exactly what you needed to do, but didn't do it? You knew you should start that project. You knew you should wake up earlier. You knew you should stop wasting time on distractions. But instead of acting in that moment, you told yourself, "I'll do it later." That single decision to delay may seem small, but repeated over days, weeks, and months, it becomes a pattern. And that pattern becomes your lifestyle. This is where most people get trapped. They believe they have time. They believe they can always start tomorrow. They believe one delay doesn't matter. But every delay is a vote for the life you don't want. Every time you hesitate, you reinforce a habit of inaction. You train your mind to choose comfort over growth, ease over discipline, distraction over purpose. And slowly, without realizing it, you become someone who doesn't act, someone who waits. But here's the reality you must accept. The right time to act is almost always uncomfortable. It's when you feel resistance. It's when you feel unsure. It's when you don't feel ready. That is the signal. Because if it were easy, everyone would do it. If it felt comfortable, it wouldn't create growth. The very reason you hesitate is the same reason you must move. Action is required most when you feel like avoiding it. This is the discipline that separates those who move forward in life from those who stay stuck. It's not intelligence, it's not talent, it's not even motivation, it's timing. The ability to recognize the moment action is needed and to move immediately without negotiation. When you develop this ability, everything changes. You stop wasting time arguing with yourself. You stop delaying important decisions. You stop waiting for the perfect moment that never comes. Instead, you become decisive, focused, controlled. You act because it's necessary, not because you feel like it. And this is where real power begins. Because once you learn to act in the moment, you break the cycle of procrastination completely. You stop giving your mind the chance to talk you out of what needs to be done. You see, hesitation is dangerous not because of the moment you lose, but because of the habit it builds. Every time you hesitate, it becomes easier to hesitate again. Every time you delay, it becomes easier to delay again. Until one day, hesitation becomes your default. And by then, it's no longer about one missed opportunity. It's about a life filled with missed chances. But the opposite is also true. Every time you act immediately, you build momentum. You strengthen discipline. You train your mind to follow through. And over time, that becomes your identity. Someone who takes action no matter what. So understand this clearly. You don't need more time. You don't need more motivation. You don't need perfect conditions. What you need is to move when the moment demands it. Because your life is not changed by what you plan to do. It is changed by what you do, exactly when it needs to be done. And if you can master that, if you can learn to act without delay, you won't just save a year of your life. You will completely change its direction. So the next time you feel that resistance, that moment where you know you should act, but don't feel like it, don't wait, don't think, don't delay. Make a move, because that moment is everything. Now that you understand why acting in the moment is critical, there's something even more important you need to face. the real reason you don't act. Because it's not just laziness. It's not a lack of goals. It's not even a lack of knowing what to do. The truth is, there is a hidden enemy quietly controlling your decisions. And until you recognize it, you will continue to delay your life without even realizing it. That enemy is internal resistance. It shows up in subtle ways. It tells you, do it later. You're not ready yet. You need more time to think. What if it doesn't work? And the dangerous part is, it sounds reasonable. It doesn't feel like self-sabotage. It feels like logic. It feels like you're being careful, responsible, even smart. But in reality, what you're doing is avoiding discomfort. Because every meaningful action comes with discomfort. Starting something new is uncomfortable. Being disciplined is uncomfortable. Facing uncertainty is uncomfortable. Taking responsibility is uncomfortable. So your mind tries to protect you. It pushes you toward what is easy, familiar, and safe. It convinces you to stay in your comfort zone, even if that comfort is slowly destroying your potential. This is why you delay. Not because you don't want success, but because you want comfort at the same time. And you can't have both. Every time you choose comfort over action, you reinforce the habit of staying the same. You train your brain to escape pressure instead of facing it. And over time, this becomes your default behavior. You stop challenging yourself. You stop growing. You stop moving forward. But here's where it gets even more dangerous. Delay doesn't feel like failure. When you fail, it's obvious. It hurts. It forces you to reflect. But when you delay, nothing seems wrong in the moment. You still feel in control. You still believe you'll act soon. So the cycle continues. You scroll instead of working. You rest instead of pushing. You plan instead of executing. And because there's no immediate consequence, you convince yourself it's okay. Until time passes. Until opportunities disappear. Until regret slowly replaces intention. This is the silent destruction of potential. Not through dramatic mistakes, but through quiet inaction. And the longer this continues, the harder it becomes to break. Because delay is addictive. The more you postpone action, the more comfortable it feels to postpone again. Your standards drop. Your urgency disappears. And eventually, you lose the ability to act quickly altogether. You become someone who thinks more than they do. Someone who plans, but never executes. Someone who dreams, but never moves. And that is a dangerous place to be. But here's the truth you need to understand. Your mind is not always your ally. It is designed to protect you, not to make you successful. It wants safety, not growth. It wants certainty, not challenge. So if you follow it blindly, it will keep you exactly where you are. This is why discipline matters more than motivation. Motivation comes and goes. It depends on how you feel. But discipline is a decision. It's the ability to act even when your mind is telling you not to. It's the ability to recognize resistance and move anyway. Because once you understand that resistance is not a stop sign, but a signal, everything changes. That feeling of, I don't feel like it, that's the moment you should act. That urge to delay, that's the moment you should move. That hesitation, that's your opportunity to break the pattern. You don't overcome delay by waiting to feel ready. You overcome it by acting while you feel resistance. And at first, it will feel unnatural. Your mind will fight you. It will try to pull you back into comfort. It will give you reasons to stop. But every time you push through, you weaken that resistance. Every time you act despite discomfort, you take back control. And slowly, something powerful begins to happen. You stop negotiating with yourself. You stop making excuses. You stop delaying what needs to be done. Instead, you become decisive. focused, disciplined, unstoppable in your actions. Because you've identified the enemy, and you no longer let it control you. So understand this clearly. The biggest thing standing between you and the life you want is not outside of you. It's inside you. It's the voice that tells you to wait, the habit of choosing comfort, the pattern of delaying action. But once you see it for what it is, you can break it. And when you do, you don't just gain time. You gain control over your life. So the next time you feel that urge to delay, don't listen to it. Recognize it. Challenge it. Act against it. Because every moment you win against that resistance is a moment you take your life back. And that is how you stop wasting years and start moving forward with purpose.